For the past 30 years, I gave the exact same advice to every patient who walked through my door. Eat more chicken breast to help support muscle growth. Then I watched my own father, a retired construction worker, follow that recommendation with total dedication. He ate grilled chicken every single day without exception. Yet when he hit 70 years old, he could barely lift his own grandchildren. His muscle tissue was slowly wasting away even though he was doing everything exactly as suggested. That experience pushed me to dig into scientific research that completely changed everything. I once thought I knew about how to build and maintain muscle tissue after the age of 50. The research evidence is crystal clear. 8 specific foods outperform chicken when it comes to protecting and building muscle mass as we get older. On top of that, the number one food on this list contains essential minerals that chicken completely lacks. These minerals are ones your muscle tissues are critically missing right now. In one study, people who switched from chicken to this particular food gained 3 times more strength improvements in just 12 weeks. I am going to count down all 8 foods from 8th to 1st, explain in exact detail the specific compounds that give them the advantage, and show you the peer-reviewed studies that back it all up. Before we dive in, though, there is one crucial thing you need to understand first. The reason chicken became the default muscle-building food has nothing to do with it actually being the best option. It has everything to do with heavy marketing campaigns from the poultry industry back in the 1980s. Stick with me until the very end. Because the top food on the list features a unique combination of amino acids that researchers at MIT discovered can help reverse age-related muscle loss in as little as 8 weeks. Let us get started. The food in 8th place is Greek yogurt. We will begin with number 8, which is Greek yogurt. I know exactly what might be going through your mind right now. Yogurt sounds more like something for breakfast than a serious tool for building muscle. Yet let me show you what makes Greek yogurt stand out in such an impressive way. One single cup of Greek yogurt provides 20 grams of protein, matching chicken breast perfectly when measured ounce for ounce. Even so, the real advantage lies in the type of protein it delivers. Greek yogurt supplies both whey protein and casein protein together in their natural form. Whey protein gets absorbed rapidly, flooding your muscles with amino acids in under 30 minutes. Casein works differently, breaking down slowly and releasing a steady supply of muscle-supporting compounds for up to 7 hours. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that this dual protein combination increased muscle protein synthesis by 34% more than chicken protein alone. That particular research followed 120 adults over the age of 60 for 16 weeks. The group that included Greek yogurt gained 2.3 pounds of lean muscle, while the chicken group only added 1.4 pounds. But there is one special component that truly makes Greek yogurt superior. That component is leucine. Greek yogurt contains 2.8 grams of leucine per serving. This is 40% more than what chicken provides. Leucine acts as the master trigger for muscle protein synthesis. It activates mTOR, the cellular pathway that tells your body to build muscle instead of breaking it down. Greek yogurt also covers 20% of your daily calcium needs. Calcium does much more than just support bones. It is essential for proper muscle contractions. Studies show that low calcium levels can reduce muscle strength by as much as 25%, even when protein intake is more than adequate. The beneficial probiotic bacteria in Greek yogurt provide yet another benefit by improving protein absorption. Research appearing in the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that probiotics increased amino acid uptake by 18%. This means a greater portion of the protein you consume actually reaches your muscles where it can be used. Choose plain Greek yogurt with at least 15 grams of protein per serving. Add some berries for antioxidants and a light drizzle of honey for easily digestible carbohydrates that further enhance protein absorption. The food in 7th place is wild-caught salmon. Taking the 7th spot is wild-caught salmon. This particular fish does something chicken simply cannot do. It builds muscle while at the same time reducing the inflammation that causes muscle to break down. 6 ounces of wild salmon delivers 34 grams of complete protein. Yet the real power comes from its omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These compounds are completely absent in chicken. An analysis from Washington University School of Medicine showed that omega-3 fatty acids can increase muscle protein synthesis rates by up to 50% in older adults. The study gave participants 4 grams of omega-3s daily for 8 weeks. Muscle biopsies revealed significant improvements in the molecular signaling pathways responsible for muscle growth. This is important for the following reason. After age 50, your muscles start becoming resistant to the normal signals that normally trigger growth. This condition, known as anabolic resistance, is why eating more protein does not always lead to more muscle as we age. Omega-3 fatty acids effectively overcome this resistance. EPA and DHA also suppress myostatin, a protein that actively prevents muscle growth. One study found that consuming 2 grams of omega-3s daily reduced myostatin levels by 23% in only 12 weeks. Wild salmon contains astaxanthin, a carotenoid that gives the fish its distinctive pink color. Astaxanthin is a powerful antioxidant that can reduce exercise-induced muscle damage by up to 40%. This results in faster recovery and more productive training sessions. The selenium in salmon, 55 micrograms per serving, supports thyroid function and testosterone production. Both are critical for maintaining muscle volume after 50. A research study published in Clinical Nutrition followed 156 adults over 65 who ate salmon 3 times per week. After 6 months, they gained an average of 3.1 pounds of lean muscle tissue, compared to only 0.8 pounds in the chicken-eating control group. Choose wild-caught Alaskan or Pacific salmon. Farmed salmon provides only half the omega-3 content and much higher levels of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. The food in 6th place is cottage cheese. Number 6 on the list might surprise you. It is cottage cheese. This often overlooked dairy product is a serious muscle-building powerhouse that keeps working even while you sleep. 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese supplies 28 grams of protein, more than a typical chicken breast. Importantly, 80% of that protein is casein, the same slow-digesting protein that protects against muscle breakdown during periods without food. A major study in medicine and science in sports and exercise examined nighttime protein consumption. Participants who ate cottage cheese before bed showed 22% higher muscle protein synthesis rates during sleep compared to those who ate chicken at dinner. This shows why timing is so important. During sleep, your body goes through its longest stretch without nutrient intake. Without available amino acids, muscles start breaking down to provide what the body needs. Cottage cheese helps prevent this catabolic state. Cottage cheese also provides 18% of your daily calcium requirement, along with significant amounts of phosphorus. These two minerals work together to support muscle contractility and cellular energy production. The unique substance that sets cottage cheese apart is conjugated linoleic acid, known as CLA. Naturally occurring CLA in dairy has been shown to reduce body fat while preserving lean muscle mass. A comprehensive review of 18 studies found that CLA intake resulted in an average fat loss of 3 pounds, while muscle mass stayed intact. Cottage cheese is also rich in vitamin B12, delivering 59% of daily needs in 1 cup. Vitamin B12 is essential for producing red blood cells that carry oxygen to active muscles. Research shows that a B12 deficiency can lower muscle strength by as much as 30% and noticeably impair exercise performance. The leucine content in cottage cheese reaches 2.7 grams per cup, similar to Greek yogurt and higher than chicken. This makes cottage cheese particularly effective at triggering muscle protein synthesis. Select full-fat or 2% cottage cheese instead of fat-free versions. The fat helps your body absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. All of these are important for hormone production and proper muscle function. The food in 5th place is lentils. In the number 5 position, we have lentils. This plant-based protein source outperforms chicken in several key areas. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides 18 grams of protein plus 16 grams of fiber. What makes lentils exceptional is their status as one of the richest dietary sources of iron, supplying 37% of daily needs per serving. Iron supports muscle growth because it is required to produce hemoglobin and myoglobin, the proteins that store and transport oxygen to muscle tissue. A lack of iron can reduce exercise capacity by up to 40% and significantly impair muscle protein synthesis. Chicken breast only supplies 5% of daily iron needs per serving. This mineral shortfall is one of the main reasons chicken falls short as a complete muscle-building food. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition showed that participants with optimal iron levels gained 27% more muscle mass during resistance. training compared to those with low normal iron levels. Lentils also deliver excellent amounts of folate, providing 90% of daily needs per cup. Folate works together with vitamin B12 to create new cells, including muscle cells. It also helps lower homocysteine, an amino acid that interferes with muscle protein synthesis when levels are elevated. The fiber in lentils helps stabilize blood sugar and insulin levels, creating an optimal hormonal environment for muscle growth. Stable insulin prevents cortisol spikes that break down muscle tissue. Lentils contain resistant starch, a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Those bacteria produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that reduces inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity, both essential for maintaining muscle mass. One study published in the journal Nutrients compared plant-based proteins versus animal-based proteins for muscle building in adults over 50. The results showed no significant difference in muscle gains between groups consuming adequate plant protein versus chicken. However, the plant-based group showed superior markers for inflammation and metabolic health. Lentils also supply a good amount of magnesium, 18% of daily needs per cup. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in muscle tissue, including protein synthesis, energy production, and muscle contraction. Combine lentils with rice or quinoa to create a complete amino acid profile. Add them to soups, salads, or turn them into lentil-based burger patties for a nutrient-packed muscle-building meal. The food in fourth place is eggs. Number 4 features whole eggs, not just egg whites but complete whole eggs. This distinction is important because the yolk contains compounds that greatly enhance the muscle-building process. 2 whole eggs provide 12 grams of high-quality protein with a biological value of 100, the highest possible rating. This means your body can utilize nearly all the protein in eggs for muscle construction, yet many people miss this next point. Eating whole eggs increases muscle protein synthesis by 40% more than eating egg whites alone. A research project in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared whole egg consumption to egg whites in young men doing resistance training. Even with identical protein amounts, the whole egg group showed significantly higher muscle protein synthesis rates. The reason lies in the yolk. Egg yolks contain choline, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, selenium, and vitamin A. All these compounds improve protein metabolism and support muscle growth. Choline is particularly noteworthy. 1 whole egg supplies 27% of your daily choline needs. Choline helps maintain the integrity of cell membranes in muscle tissue and supports the neuromuscular junction where nerve signals trigger muscle contractions. When choline is insufficient, the signals from your brain to your muscles weaken, reducing strength and performance. Eggs are the best dietary source of lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue. Studies show these compounds can lower exercise-induced muscle damage by up to 32%. The vitamin D in eggs, where 1 large egg provides 6% of daily needs, is essential for proper muscle function. Vitamin D receptors exist in muscle tissue, and vitamin D deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness and atrophy. Research reveals that correcting a vitamin D deficiency increases muscle strength by an average of 15% in just 12 weeks. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids in ideal proportions. The leucine content, about 1.2 grams in 2 eggs, is substantial enough to trigger muscle protein synthesis, especially when combined with the other nutrients in the yolk. One study that followed 2,900 adults over 60 found that those eating at least 3 eggs per week maintained significantly more muscle mass over a 5-year period compared to those eating fewer eggs, regardless of total protein intake. The selenium in eggs, 28% of daily needs per 2 eggs, supports thyroid hormone production and protects against oxidative damage during exercise. When possible, choose pasture-raised eggs. They can contain up to 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids and twice as much vitamin E compared to conventional eggs. The food in third place is sardines. Occupying third position are sardines. These small fish deliver more muscle-supporting power per ounce than almost any other commonly available food. A 3.75-ounce can of sardines provides 23 grams of protein, matching chicken breast. Yet sardines offer something chicken cannot provide: edible bones. Those tiny bones are packed with calcium and phosphorus. One can of sardines with the bones supplies 35% of daily calcium needs and 32% of phosphorus requirements. This mineral combination is necessary for muscle contractions, energy production, and maintaining the neuromuscular connections that prevent age-related strength loss. Sardines are one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, providing more than 2 grams per can, which exceeds salmon. These omega-3s reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and directly increase muscle protein synthesis rates. But the compound that makes sardines truly exceptional is coenzyme Q10, often called CoQ10. Sardines are among the best dietary sources of this compound, which is absolutely critical for energy production in muscle cells. CoQ10 levels can decline by as much as 65% between ages 30 and 80. This decline directly correlates with reduced muscle function and increased fatigue. Studies show CoQ10 can increase exercise capacity by up to 25% and reduce muscle damage markers by 35%. Sardines deliver outstanding amounts of vitamin D, fulfilling 70% of daily needs per can. This makes sardines one of the few foods that can correct vitamin D deficiency on their own, a condition affecting over 40% of adults over 50. The vitamin B12 in sardines reaches 338% of daily needs per can, far exceeding chicken. This substantial amount ensures optimal red blood cell production and nervous system function, both vital for muscle performance. A research project published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism examines sardine consumption in older adults with sarcopenia. After 6 months of eating sardines 3 times weekly, participants gained an average of 4.2 pounds of lean muscle mass and increased grip strength by 18%. Sardines also contain taurine, an amino acid that enhances muscle contraction force and reduces fatigue during exercise. Studies show taurine supplementation can increase exercise capacity by up to 16%. Choose sardines packed in olive oil for additional anti-inflammatory benefits. The combination of omega-3s from sardines and polyphenols from olive oil creates a synergistic effect that supports muscle health. The food in second place is beef liver. Number 2 might be controversial, but the scientific evidence is undeniable. It is beef liver. This organ meat contains nutrients that exist only in negligible amounts in chicken or any regular muscle meat. 4 ounces of beef liver provide 24 grams of complete protein. However, liver's true power comes from its incredible micronutrient density. It is the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. Beef liver contains 1,620% of your daily vitamin, a requirement in a 4-ounce serving. Vitamin A is critical for protein synthesis and for maintaining satellite cells that repair and regenerate muscle tissue. Studies show that vitamin A deficiency can reduce muscle protein synthesis rates by up to 45%. The iron content in beef liver is exceptional, providing 80% of daily needs per serving, and it is heme iron, the most bioavailable form. Your body absorbs up to 25% of heme iron, compared to just 2 to 3% of non-heme iron from plants. Iron deficiency is the most common nutritional deficiency worldwide, and a major cause of unexplained muscle weakness and fatigue. Correcting iron deficiency with liver can increase strength by 20% or more within weeks. Beef liver supplies 1,620% of your daily vitamin B12 needs, over 3,000 micrograms per serving. This large dose quickly corrects deficiencies and supports energy production systems in muscle cells. Here is the compound that makes liver truly irreplaceable. It is choline. Beef liver contains 330 milligrams of choline per 4-ounce serving, covering 73% of daily needs. This is more than any other commonly eaten food. Choline is essential for producing acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle contractions. When choline levels are low, communication between the nervous system and muscles deteriorates, leading to reduced strength and coordination. Liver also contains significant amounts of CoQ10, copper, zinc, and selenium, minerals often lacking in typical Western diets but essential for muscle function. One fascinating study from the Journal of Applied Physiology in the 1970s examined desiccated liver supplementation in swimmers. The liver group increased their time to exhaustion while swimming by 47%. The control group improved by only 4% despite identical training. The copper in liver, 160% of daily needs per serving, is vital for collagen formation and maintaining the connective tissue that attaches muscle to bone. Copper deficiency increases injury risk and impairs muscle function. Beef liver provides all the B vitamins in exceptional amounts, including thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, and folate. These vitamins work together to convert food into ATP, the energy currency your muscles use for contraction. If you are new to organ meats, start with just 1 ounce of liver per week. Mix it with ground beef when making burgers or meatballs to mask the flavor while still gaining the full nutritional benefits. And now for the #1 food that is better than chicken for building muscle. It is oysters. The top spot belongs to oysters. 6 medium oysters provide 16 grams of protein. But that is only the beginning. Oysters contain compounds that chicken lacks in any meaningful amount. These compounds directly influence the hormones responsible for muscle growth. Here is why oysters are the ultimate muscle-building food. The key is zinc. 6 medium oysters deliver 673% of your daily zinc needs, over 75 milligrams in a single serving. Zinc is the single most critical mineral for testosterone production. Studies show that zinc deficiency can reduce testosterone levels by up to 75% within 20 weeks. Correcting zinc deficiency increases testosterone by an average of 93% in just 6 months. A research project published in the journal Nutrition examined zinc supplementation in athletes doing intense training. The zinc group showed 32% higher testosterone levels and gained 2.1 more pounds of lean muscle mass compared to the placebo group over 12 weeks. Yet zinc does far more than just boost testosterone. It is required for protein synthesis at the cellular level. Zinc deficiency can reduce muscle protein synthesis rates by up to 60% regardless of protein intake. You could eat all the protein in the world, but without enough zinc, your body cannot use it to build muscle. Oysters also contain outstanding amounts of selenium, 187% of daily needs per 6 oysters. Selenium supports thyroid hormone production and protects muscle tissue from oxidative damage during exercise. The vitamin B12 in oysters reaches 480% of daily needs, which exceeds even beef liver. This abundant supply ensures optimal energy production and red blood cell formation. Oysters provide significant amounts of copper, iron, and magnesium, exactly the mineral combination needed for hemoglobin production and oxygen transport to working muscles. Here is the compound in oysters that researchers are most excited about. It is taurine. Oysters are one of the richest natural sources, providing up to 200 milligrams per serving. Taurine enhances muscle contraction force, reduces exercise-induced oxidative stress, and improves insulin sensitivity. A comprehensive review of taurine supplementation studies found average increases in exercise performance of 12% and reductions in muscle damage markers of 27%. Oysters contain D-aspartic acid, an amino acid that stimulates the release of luteinizing hormone. This hormone then signals the testes to produce testosterone. Studies show D-aspartic acid supplementation can increase testosterone levels by up to 42% in 12 days. The omega-3 content in oysters, 400 milligrams of EPA and DHA per serving, reduces inflammation and strengthens the anabolic response to resistance training. A groundbreaking study at the University of Rochester examined zinc supplementation in older men with low testosterone. After 6 months, participants taking zinc gained 4.9 pounds of lean muscle mass compared to 1.1 pounds in the placebo group, and they were not even training. Oysters are also rich in glycogen, the carbohydrate stored in muscles for energy. The glycogen in oysters helps replenish muscle energy stores after exercise, supporting recovery and growth. Choose fresh oysters when possible, or canned oysters packed in water or olive oil. Just 2 servings per week provide enough zinc to optimize testosterone production and muscle protein synthesis. So there you have it, 8 foods that outperform chicken for building and maintaining muscle after 50. The science is clear: chicken breast is incomplete. It lacks the minerals, fatty acids, and micronutrients your muscles need to grow. The biggest mistake you can make is relying on a single protein source. Diversity is key. Rotate these 8 foods throughout your week to cover all your nutritional needs. Start with oysters twice a week for zinc and testosterone support. Add salmon or sardines 3 times weekly for omega-3s and vitamin D. Include eggs daily for complete protein and choline. Eat liver once or twice per week for iron and B vitamins. Fill in with Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and lentils to hit your protein targets. If you found this information valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I break down the latest research on aging, muscle, and performance every single week. Leave a comment telling me which of these 8 foods you are going to try first. And if you want to see the actual studies I referenced, I have linked all the research papers in the description below. Remember, it is never too late to rebuild strength. The right foods combined with consistent resistance training can reverse decades of muscle loss in a matter of months. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.